And we got the third fight of the evening coming up. Let Jim Cooley go ahead and introduce these two.
Martial arts action in the 165-pound division. Referee when the action begins, John Toll. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, hailing from Martinez, California. He weighed in at 165 pounds even. Representing Fight Corps, Nick Runnion. His opponent across the cage in the red corner, hailing from Napa, California. He weighed in at 163 pounds even. Representing Napa Valley MMA, Jeff Hermann.
And you got to look at Jeff Hermann there with the red tape on his gloves. He's going up against Nick Runnion, blue tape. This should be a very entertaining fight. MMA debut for both of these guys here in Camo MMA. This fight's at 165 pounds. Hermann fighting out of Napa Valley MMA, and Runnion, another Fight Corps guy.
They're pretty deep tonight for sure.
And Pretty Ricky got him started with a nice win in the previous fight. So see if Runnion can get Fight Corps to 2-0 start here in Vallejo, California.
And it's like we discussed earlier, you know, it's going to just come down to what new amateur fighter is going to be more prepared for the moment.
Runnion, background as a grappler, and Jeff Hermann comes in wrestling-based. Hermann, aggressive early. And these guys are throwing here.
Yeah, they're looking to strike, no doubt.
That was a really good comeback from Nick.
Yeah, Runnion did a good job to switch that position over and get Hermann up against the cage. And you see that a lot in fights. If you can just control the fight and get the guy with his back on the cage, that's huge. Hermann trying to switch positions, but Runnion just a little too strong. Now he's going for the single leg, and he gets the takedown, but it looks like Hermann might have a choke in, and good job by Runnion to make sure that doesn't get too deep.
You could tell Runnion was just trying to get that pressure, get that leg. Once he had it, he knew that takedown was his.
He's definitely showing us that he's a grappler.
Yeah, and very smart by Runnion, too, not to be too aggressive there. Able to make sure that Hermann didn't have a choke in. So Runnion here.
Still using a good job of just using the cage, like you said, just to control his opponent and stay on top of it.
But also a good job by Hermann there to use the cage to get back to his feet.
Get back up to his feet, too, as well. And he's just trying to twist out, but Runnion is just all over him.
Both of them are definitely using those knees to get to those the ribs.
And body shots, those really take the wind out of you, too. But yeah, Runnion's just done a good job just controlling the whole pace of this fight and just putting Hermann up against the cage. Final 15 seconds here, round one, third fight of 13 here tonight. The ref warning Runnion not to grab the cage. And that's the end of round one. And just really a good job by Runnion to kind of control the whole pace of that first 2 minutes here. But hey, at the end of the day, we've seen it the last couple of fights. You lose round one. We saw Pretty Ricky come back and win the next 2 rounds. So just 1 of 3 rounds.
I think now, too, you kind of have an idea that he's going to be trying to grab you and throw you up against the fence. So really, it's all about your footwork and getting yourself with your feet and movement to get yourself out of those situations, or a nice counter or something.
Why is the DJ trying so hard to get us back to high school?
Yeah.
I mean, you come in with a little John Usher, yeah?
I'm ready to, well, I don't know how I graduated the first time, but I'm ready for another run. Let's go. Actually, the last thing I want to do is go back to school.
Yeah, somehow this guy got his master's degree. I still don't know how that happened or how much money it cost, but...
Well,
do you guys remember
cheating doesn't cost anything, so yeah.
Who you giving that first round to, Nikki? Pretty easy, yeah?
Runnion.
Yeah. He ran with it. That was for you, Papa.
Wow. Just ignore him, please.
Yeah, that's never worked so far.
Just nod and smile.
Round 2. Let's see if Hermann can kind of control the distance here and let the hands go a little bit.
That lower kick by Hermann was really good, really strong.
And Runnion just showed why he's a big-time grappler there, able to control the first round. Hermann trying to keep the distance here. Superman punch lands.
Herman's like, you know what? I need to try and start using my punches. Oh, and he gets caught too.
Another overhand right landed right there by Herman after Runnion able to land a 1-2. High kick block there.
Oh, Herman, he's trying to definitely land some power.
And Herman doing a good job to not allow Runnion to tie him up here. Herman lands, big right hand.
Herman is reaching with those punches.
And he's throwing aggressive right now.
That was a good kick by Runnion.
And you can tell he's trying to just keep enough space so where he can land some nice shots, but not get too much inside where he gets maybe caught up on the fence and then back to his position like round one.
You can see both fighters are very technical. You can see it in the pace of the fight.
Yeah.
Big time right hand for Herman.
Herman right now in this round is just doing a better job of landing powerful punches. Oh!
And just got a little too aggressive. Smart job by Runnion to get the fight to the ground there.
And I think if anything, Runnion was, trying to basically set that up, let him be over aggressive and get the takedown.
Yeah, Herman had him hurt a little bit on the feet there. And just
Herman is going for that guard pass control.
Oh! Wow. We got ourselves a good scrap here, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, Herman did everything he could to try to get to his feet, but Runnion just able to get a hold of him and flip him over. That was a pretty impressive takedown.
So Runnion's going to end this round on top.
He's going for those elbows.
And he's in the perfect position to do it.
Now the big question is, will that be enough to steal
and
round 2 for Runnion, because Herman was getting the best of the stand-up in the first minute 15 of that second round.
And what's interesting in our other fights we've seen, it's always been that second round where the fighter who lost the first round has a close second round, and we have to usually decide. So I guarantee you Herman's going to win this third round dominantly. It's going to come down to the second round if all plays out like it has been so far.
Yeah, and if you're in Herman's corner right now, listen, keep the distance, don't get aggressive, because the only place where Runnion can beat you is wrestling. So if he keeps the distance, we've seen Herman land the better of the exchanges in the stand-up, but Runnion has shown once he gets his body locked up, he's able to get the takedown.
And if anything, I think Runnion's just trying to, play those over-aggressive punches and just look for that takedown. It took him about a minute of the round to do it, because in the exchanges, he is throwing back, but not in as much volume, and it doesn't look like he has the intent to knock him out. Vice versa compared to, for, of course, Herman.
So here we go, round 3. Jeff Herman.
But I mean,
Nick
going
Runnion.
in, do you think it's a 1-1 or 2-0? It's close.
Definitely Runnion won the first round. Second round's up for grabs.
Yeah.
This is where Herman wants to fight, though. Enough distance, throw the hands a little bit.
And I think if you're Herman's corner, you got to tell him, look, don't get over aggressive with the punches. Pick and choose your shots, but look for the takedowns. That's where Runnion's going to try and take this fight to win it.
And again, Runnion showing us that he's a grappler going to the cage.
Yep, and he gets Herman in the right position to where he can do that, which is strategically smart by him.
At this moment, I think Herman should use those knees in order to get out of the cage, because if not, Runnion is going to take the round.
Yeah, this is exactly where Runnion wants to fight. Herman's got to find a way to control the wrist, push away a little bit, and create some space and get off the back of the cage.
And you can tell Herman's trying to twist out right now. He just can't.
And Runnion trying to sneak in a single leg there. And he goes for it.
Good balance by Herman, though, keeping his legs.
But Runnion was able to get his hands tied together and gets the easy takedown there. So we're under a minute to go here, round 3. Yeah, Herman's got to find a way to get back to his feet here in round 3, standing up.
Herman throwing some hammer punches. And now going for those ribs.
Yeah, and Runnion's happy to just close this round out on top.
You can tell Herman's trying to leg lock and then flip, but he just doesn't quite have enough energy or power to be able to do it.
And the ref stands him up.
Huge break for Herman.
He's got to go quick, though. Final 10 seconds here. Let's see if Herman can land a big power punch. He's going for it. And he lands one. Nice up kick landed by Runnion. And the bell is going to save Runnion.
Wow, that just made things interesting.
Big time shot for Herman because he gets the knockdown
at the end of the round. I mean, a lot of judges seem to usually give the fight to the guy winning at the end of the fight, especially if it's a close round. But this is a little different because Hermann was clearly losing the round until that.
I look at it this way. In the highest mixed martial arts organization, the UFC, you see bad judging all the time. So who knows what's going on in amateur MMA judging. This fight really...
Yeah, if those are the best of the best, I don't even want to know what this is. And how do you become a judge? Do you have to, like, pass a test? I mean, I could probably go judge this event right now.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, I could show my master's degree, I would hope. No.
But, yeah, this is an interesting fight. I mean, Runnion, he controlled the fight most of the 6 minutes they were in the cage. But Hermann landed the bigger strikes. The significant strikes definitely favor Hermann. But we'll see if the judges tend to go with the wrestler or they go with the guy who might have created more damage.
If I had to pick, I would maybe say Runnion because he just controlled the fight so much longer in that third round. I mean, what, out of the 2 minutes, he had him on the ground for over a minute.
In my opinion, Runnion took the first 2 rounds, so it would be hard for him not to get these fights.
So even if you're saying even they do give Runnion that, or even you do give Hermann that third round.
Yeah.
You're right, because that second round isn't a guarantee at all either.
And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to send it over to Jim Cooley with the official decision. See who gets their first W of their amateur MMA career.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 big rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge 1 scores the bout 29-28 Hermann. Judge 2 scores the bout 29-28 Runnion. Judge 3 scores the bout 29-28 for your winner by split decision. In the red corner, Jeff Hermann.
We got our
Came on a little early there.
No, we got our answer. The judges were clearly looking for who landed the more significant strikes, and that was clearly Jeff Hermann. And, you know, Runnion did a good job getting the fight to the ground, but he didn't do much when the fight did get to the ground, and Hermann did an outstanding job landing on the feet.
And honestly, even though I thought Runnion won, I'm actually glad to see Hermann win because I would rather give it to the fighter going for the more, you know, technical strikes instead of the guy just grabbing him and taking the ground and holding on to him hoping for a win. Just not as fun to watch.
Judges earning their money here. First 3 fights, all been decisions, all 3 split decision victories.
Whoa! I mean, they make them the split decisions themselves, too.
I'm actually really surprised that Hermann took the fight. Like I said before, I thought Runnion went for it. That moment in the second round when he just, like, turned that
well, no, you're definitely right in the fact that, like Zach said, too, judges prefer the significant strikes, I think, which was kind of your point as well. You just thought he went for it in a more efficient way and gave him a win.
But good for Hermann.
Yeah.
Good fight.
Yeah, Jeff Hermann 1-0. And up next, we got Leo Leon coming in at 0-1 versus Thiago Dos Santos.
Near the front door.